What if retirement fitness looks like this instead of a gym? Today, Dan and I are taking you to the Current River in Eminence, Missouri, where we canoed 9 miles from Pulltite to Round Spring. Fitness in retirement can look like a Wednesday floating down a beautiful river, learning a new skill, and creating memories along the way. We started our adventure at Pulltite, launching our canoe into the clear waters of the Current River, with 9 miles ahead of us. Neither Dan nor I were expert canoeists. In fact, this is my first time, and Dan said this was his second or third time. We were simply two retirees willing to try something new. Almost immediately, I understood why so many people love this river, including Dan. The water was clear and calm. The river wound through beautiful Ozark hills with towering bluffs rising above us and forests stretching along both sides of the shoreline. This location is within the Mark Twain National Forest. Because it was Wednesday, there were only a handful of other floaters on the river, which made the experience feel even more peaceful. For long stretches, it felt as though we had the entire rivers to ourselves, which we love. As we floated downstream, every bend in the river revealed a new view. We watched the sunlight reflect off the water, we spotted wildlife along the shoreline, and we experienced nature from a completely different perspective than when we do while we're hiking. But as peaceful as it looked, there were moments that required our attention. There were sections where the current moved faster than expected, and of course, we're not able to show it here because we're paying attention. There were logs and obstacles that needed to be avoided, and then there was the wind. More than once, the wind grabbed our canoe and spun us around just when we thought we were headed exactly where we wanted to go. There were moments when we paddled hard, moments when we laughed at ourselves, and moments when teamwork mattered more than technique. By the time we arrived at Round Spring, we had completed all 9 miles. We were tired because there were quite a bit of exertion in the journey, but we were happy. And me, especially, I am sad. I think I enjoyed it more than I expected. And we were already talking about doing it again. As we reflected on that day, we realized that this trip might not really be just about canoeing. It was about what canoeing made possible. One of the things we believe strongly is that fitness in retirement isn't simply about exercise or going to the gym. It's about maintaining the ability to keep participating in life. A trip like this requires balance, endurance, coordination, problem solving, and a willingness to learn something new. Not because you're trying to become an athlete, but because staying active gives you more options. The healthier and more capable we remain, the more experiences becomes available to us in the future. What stood out to me was that neither of us needed to be expert. We didn't need years of training or need a perfect technique. We simply needed enough curiosity and confidence to try. Retirement gives us something many of us didn't have during our working years. Time to explore, to learn, and time to discover activities we may never have considered before. And every new experience builds upon the last, from hiking to canoeing. Today, it was canoeing. Tomorrow, it may be another trail, another campground, another adventure, or another skill entirely. The goal is to stay capable enough to continue saying yes when opportunity arises. Because the reward isn't the exercise itself, the reward is the life that movement allows us to live. So, what did we learn from our first canoe trip together? That retirement can still be full of firsts, that you don't have to be an expert to begin, and that fitness in retirement isn't always about the gym. Sometimes it looks like 9 miles on a river, a few unexpected challenges, a lot of laughter, and a day you'll remember long after it ends. That is the Sinking Creek Bridge, which means we're almost done. Which means we can stay here, honey. If you're looking for ideas and inspiration to build fitness, wellness, travel, and meaningful experiences into your retirement lifestyle, we'd love to have you join us on our journey. It's such a beautiful view. I can't believe it. I can't believe we did 9 miles. Thank you for joining us, and don't forget to subscribe. Until then, keep thriving.